Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I do readings for Pisces. Now, we're going to be doing the part of the Celtic cross reading that has to do with what your foundation is and what crowns you. In your foundation position was the Time Machine, number 3. I really like this card because it talks about old foundations. And I'm going to read that to you in just a second. But a lot of who we are, we have built on things that we've learned. And, you know, I always say that and say you've got to, you know, release the conditioning that you've been put to and then fit it to what suits you. And that's all well and fine. But sometimes I feel I oversimplify what that means, because as we grow up, there is so much conditioning that comes in, right, with it. From the moment we are, you know, babies to the moment where we leave home and continuing on as we go through our relationship, there's so much that comes in that we just become, oh, well, that's just the way of things. That's the way it was taught to me. So we're constantly having to look at these things to make sure they're a right fit. And as you go on in time, you realize that a lot of things were not a right fit. It were just, you know, they were, I don't know, an idea or perception of how the world was at the moment that, you know, it was taught to you. So I'm just going to read what this card has to say. And this would be your foundation. Foundation to me always has to do with that tower that we build upon, right? And it begins right at the bottom, from the base chakra on up. We build on that, right? The stronger the foundation, or the better the foundation. I wouldn't even say the stronger the foundation. The better the foundation fits you, the stronger it is. Excuse me. So we inherited patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. This kind of says it all. This kind of says it all. It says it all in every single day. It's something that you'll be working on endlessly through your life. Just when you think you're done, you're not. Because like I said, there's so much that comes in. There's so much we call ours without it actually being ours. It says, we rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and the world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations, repair them when we can, or tear them down to begin again. The best and most powerful traits and experiences of your ancestors are yours to integrate into your life, so you don't have to revisit their hardships or rectify their mistakes. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look to the past for answers. Now ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through this challenge with wisdom? And how can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding to my own? And what can I do differently? Sometimes you walk blindly into traps set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see that you were repeating a pattern until you were well in it. The best course of action here is to rest. Practice self-compassion and make a conscious choice to do something differently next time. Clarity will come. Remember that if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. History repeats itself only if you allow it. The most important thing is that you are becoming aware. You can make a different choice regarding how you respond to life right now. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is ripe for change, so keep going. Every step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. One day you will remember how your beautiful new story was just around the corner. And I'm going to read the Tender Embrace later, because that has to do with your spirituality or your crown. And it's about embracing and being kind to yourself. But we're going to continue looking at this. And I love the fact that the balance card is here to remind us, and all the work that you've done on this. This time machine takes us back and forth in time. Just remember not to get stuck there. And remember that the ways of yesterday aren't necessarily the ways of today. The world keeps changing and everything keeps moving in it, Pisces. Every single thing keeps moving through it. Okay, so this calls for this card right here, the Spellcasting Oracle. There we go. Okay, so you have 3: blessing, talent, and fertility. Beautiful. So, the blessings of gratitude is right here with the tender embrace, but you have these 3 cards, and these talk to me of, first of all of this kind of conditioning, all of this stuff from your past is either helping or hindering you in these different places, these different spots. First is fertility, which means the coming together of your creativity, okay? The nurturing, the abundance part of you, okay? So it's either helping or hindering. Also talent, right? Sometimes we have talents in things that are not popular or were not embraced. You know, in my day, if I said I wanted to be a poet, they would have said, that's great, but that doesn't pay the bill unless you're very successful at what you do. And the chances of that are, you know. So they never really encouraged that kind of thing, because back in the day they encouraged a profession that brought money so that you could survive, right? And blessings. With blessings, I feel that we haven't concentrated enough as a generation on what we are blessed to have, you know? We've always been told to be grateful for what we have. In other words, the material things, okay, the basic necessities, which is good, which was a good practice in theory, but there's so much more to be feeling blessed for. The sense of knowing yourself, the sense of always working on yourself to be better, to feel more aligned with the self, your spirituality. These are things that are not in the material world, okay? So I'm not putting that down. You know, I remember my father, he's coming in saying, you know, be grateful you have food, so many children don't have it. I remember that as well. Be grateful you have a house over your head. You know, there's people who don't. And those are all good things. They bring about blessings. They also make you want to help the rest of the world fulfill at least these basic needs and have these blessings for themselves. However, there are so many other things that you can feel blessed for. And now with that, getting rid of all those old conditions and ways of thinking, they're actually bringing those blessings forward. They're bringing that in, okay? You're feeling like even better. Feeling better, constantly feeling better about yourself makes you want to share that with the world. And you do it in many different ways. You do it by contributing, you do it by donating, you do it by sharing of yourself, okay? And either sometimes teaching other people to find their own blessings, gratitude, and fertility, and talent, and gifts, okay? All of this plays a part to your foundation. So that's why that's important. Finding that balance and going back in time to rectify the stuff that you've been doing wrong, whether you realize it or not. Doesn't mean it's wrong for everybody, just for you. It wasn't the right thing to do. And now you are figuring out how to rebalance the scale so that certain things start coming in. You realize your true gifts, your creative talent, and everything that you're blessed to have in this life. Okay, so let's continue. Let's pull from this one. What's your honest truth? What's true for you, Pisces? Okay. I like the 2 in here because I'm feeling like the 2 of Pentacles of like you juggling that answer. For a lot of the times, the truth is what you see in front of you. And then suddenly the truth becomes a whole lot more fluid. It becomes something that, what resonates within you. You hear us tarot readers say all the time, take what resonates and leave the rest. And there's a big reason for that. Because not everybody sees or feels or senses the same way. We like to think that we do between people, and there's some things, of course, that we do have in common. But the fact of the matter is that we are all feeling and seeing in our very own way. Okay? And it feels great to find your truth, but it's not always very easy to find it. Okay? You have to find what's authentically you, and you have to be very transparent with that. A lot of the times when you do answer questions in any kind of course or anything, they ask you, you know, write down what's true to you. But a lot of the time we're conditioned to write the answers, you know, like, you know, what do you think will bring you happiness in life? And you go, love and money and, you know, a house and all that. But you never ask to go like within, deep inside, why you think that love and money will bring you happiness. Okay? So it's being very transparent, going to the root, the heart of the matter. And the root of the matter is good because that's the foundation, right? It's the brick and mortar and the stuff that keeps everything together. That's your foundation, right? Finding what is true and right for your soul. And the self-care message I love in this, it says, a need to peel back the many layers of your own truth. Holding on to the mask for protection. A true dive into your own heart with love and compassion. A need to pay closer attention to the shadow aspect of your story. Areas may be denying your truest desires and your true essence. And that's what I feel. It's like just peel another layer back to see what's there. There might be a lot more than you think, okay? I say, we hold on to many layers of truth. Truths we learn from our parents, the ones we've learned during lived experience, and the ones that our ego holds on to in order to lovingly protect us from the world. You've outgrown a layer, and it's time to do some shedding in order to curate the best framework for your future. At the base of all your learned truth lies a different sort of truth. An underlying true essence. I love that. These are both like in the same vein here. Okay? And this core foundation is refusing to be quieted or ignored any longer. Actually, it's quite uncomfortable from what I'm hearing from them. They're saying you're quite uncomfortable now with this sitting in the same truth all the time. Okay? You will hear it clearly now as an old truth has become too small for your expanding life. Perhaps a soul purpose, a sacred contract, or a destiny is unveiling your truest true or your honest truth. Perhaps it's reminding you now that you are here for a reason. When you strip it all down to the soul, what work are you being called to do? And why are you here this time? Do you believe soul purposes can change and evolve over time? What were you doing the last time you felt insecure or inauthentic? And what did you do or think to create that situation? How do you feel when you are most authentically you? Is there a negative belief about yourself or about your abilities that is holding you back? A story about circumstance. How can you tap into the infinite nature of your soul and shift your thinking on this? Absolutely. Okay? So, let me see here. Let's take a Sacred Traveler. No, let's take a Sea card. Yeah, this is the Sea Soul's Journey Oracle. It's time to be true. It's time to be true with yourself. Present, may you sense each shiver of the surf. I love that. Because you even feel it here. See? You feel this card? They're like in the same space. Okay? Okay, so even though being, going into the past to the time machine to try and fix the stuff that you need to, you have to remember that you also have to be in the present moment, right? It says you need to live in the right now. In other words, you can't live in the conditioning of the past as well. You need to breathe in and live in what is real and right for you at this present moment. So important. That's part of your honest truth. Okay? Honest truth. Love it. Sitting beside the Queen of Swords, the Queen of honest truth. So, in the present moment, the sea is a constant reviver, a whole body sensation pulling you into the now. It calls you into this breath, into this wave, into this thrill and this leap, into your presence. It sounds the pulse of your soul, urging you to claim this entire being. May you be here now. May all your senses be engaged. May you delight in the exquisite detail of everything. May you occupy your precious life. May you occupy your precious life. I like this. I am mindfully here. So remember that you need to live in the right now. Not in the past. Not in what was. Not in what was thought to you or how it came about. Right now. Okay? Yeah, that feels correct. That feels right. And yes, for those of you who are thinking right now that you feel that these readings this week feel meaningful, they are. They're very meaningful. Yes, that's the right word for it. Somebody's thinking that right now. Yes, they're meaningful. That is the correct wording for that. Yeah. Precious would be another. The High Priestess and the Two of Wands. There's a lot of contemplation coming in. And there's a lot of pondering. I love the two, and with the two twos, 2 and 2, right? They're both coming in, but it's coming in as a very insightful and inspiring way of contemplating things. It's a brand new way. It's a very optimistic and positive, shining a light, where I put it, right beside the light. Shining the light on something in a very vibrant way. Here's that word again, that vibrant, that inspiring way. To see the potential. You're seeing a lot more of the potential than just weighing things out. You're going in deep. You're taking in that wisdom. You're taking in your intuition. And there's a lot of receptivity coming in. Okay? You're seeking answers, but these answers are very profound and meaningful. There's that word again. Very meaningful. And we're tapping in a little bit to what that tender embrace is coming in now. This is this feeling of, I am going to be tender with myself. I'm going to understand myself. And that's where we're going next. We're going into the tender embrace. So, this is compassion. This is warm-hearted care for self and others. Sensitivity and empathy. Benevolence and kindness. Put your hand on your heart and breathe deeply, inhaling a sense of gratitude. Now, how do you feel? Keep doing this. tuning into the world around you, others you know, and even those you don't. Can you feel compassion? Compassion is an emotion of tenderness and sensitivity. It's a feeling of benevolence and reverence as you stand witness to the suffering of the world. Now is the time to reduce that pain and focus on compassion in all areas of your life. Today, do something deliberately kind for yourself or someone. Even looking a stranger in the eye and smiling can make a world of difference. And I have done this, and I know that that is true. I have been witness to this, okay? The question to ask now are, where do I need to be kinder and gentler? And, these are good questions for yourself. How can I serve, and in what capacity can I be in alignment with the solution of any suffering I witness? Could it be that you need to be more compassionate towards yourself? Absolutely. If you spend all your time in service to others, it's easy to forget about your own needs. When you accept yourself, you can bring more loving energy to others. Today, make a commitment to practice self-compassion. Release yourself from the burdens of perfectionism. Allow yourself the grace to be human. And then do the same for others. It's not your job to tell anyone how to express themselves, even if you don't like the way they do, or the world behaves. Today, be kind for no reason at all, and watch miracles arise. We've had the miracle card. We've also had the reverence card, and both these words have shown up in this little blurb. And you have 22, the master number 22, which is beautiful and has beautiful meaning to it. Okay, master number 22. Alright, so, in along, it is the most powerful and the most grounded in the physical. It channels cosmic change and intuition to turn dreams into reality. It is also called a master builder because it builds things. And we were talking about foundation, right? So building your foundation on this. See how they're connected together. Absolutely. It creates something valuable, meaningful for the greater good. Again, it requires hard work, service, teamwork to reach its enormous potential. I like this. I really like that. So, we carry on. We go on. That's what we do. I'm going to take from the Energy Oracle. This is the deck that's joined us this week in our readings. So, a new one. It's an old deck, but it's a new deck of oracles that is now part of this. Oh, okay. Oh, I have problems with my knees, and my knee is now hurting me. Okay. I'm getting like stabbing pains. Why? Why? Do you not want me to use this deck? Is that it? Is that it? Well, we shall see. If it's a negative card, then that's what they're going to give me, isn't it? No? Yeah, it's a negative card, look. They didn't want me to use that deck. Okay, so it's a physical manifestation, and this happens, Pisces, don't worry about it. I just wanted to show you how that works. That's so funny. And the pain is dissipating. Okay, so they didn't want me to use that deck. We're not using that deck today. Okay, not meant for today. And ow, that hurt. Don't do that. Taking shelter. This one wants to come in together. Again, the answers are within. It's a Hermit card that we've been getting all week. This card has come out like 3 times. It's come out like 3 times. And again, I feel like it's the pondering the inside. It's the inward journey. This is all about the inward journey that you're doing. Everything here has to do about something within that you are doing within yourself. Okay? The stuff that you are coming to realize. Yeah. There's a lot of pondering. There's a lot of pondering. There's a lot about looking on how you can help you and how you can help others. I'm going to take another one from this. I guess we're taking the kinder decks today for this, for the second part. At least that's what I'm hearing. The kinder decks. Go slow and take time. So again, I'm feeling it's written fogged in. I feel that maybe part of this unknown, the stuff that we've been doing, and it's the slow up that happens, the ascension that we were doing in the weeks coming in, is because we needed to take the time to do it, right? Because, okay, they're telling me when you're rushing to do everything, you know, like you go day by day. I got to get up, I got to eat, I got to get ready, I got to be out the door, I got to do this, that, this. Doesn't give a lot of time for you to kind of just sit and let it sink in, okay? So whatever delays that you're getting right now, Pisces, or that you're feeling, this is them kind of coming in and saying, you need to slow it down. You need to take a different route. You need to sit here for a minute because there's something you're not paying attention to because you're too busy with the conditioning of the past, the stuff that you've created for yourself that is your reality. You know, gotta. But do you really is what I'm hearing. Okay? And that's the stuff that they're bringing in. Do you really? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to take one more of these. Yeah. Fogged in, unknown, not seeing where you're going is always a call to sit down, take a moment. There's something here you need to see. You need to discover in the fog, right? The fierce serenity. I love it. Yeah, it's to find what brings you serenity, what makes you happy. 8. The work is there. That's what they're saying. The work is there. That's absolutely what you need to be doing. Fierce. There's the lion. There's the courage again. That courage has been like the underlying kind of energy that's coming in. Okay? Since that Leo, the Lion's Gate. That undercurrent of energy is coming in. The one that's telling you, take a moment, okay? And build on that energy, that passion, that power, that courage to keep going. Okay? So let's see what fierce serenity has to say. Number 8. Strength, quiet force, determination, the energy of the pacifist, willpower, self-control, a pure heart, emotional intelligence, a loving leadership, grounded calmness, infinite patience, a gentle soul, a peaceful warrior. So, fierce serenity, it's a quality that's embodied by the peaceful warrior and by the majestic beauty of a resting lion. It's a feeling of power and one of those flexible calmness in the center of a raging storm. That's what I feel. You know, everything is still like flying around you. You still have chores to do and things to do and tasks to do, but somewhere here you're being asked to sit in this tornado of crap going around you, and you're in the eye of the storm thinking this is ridiculous, but you're calm. And you're seeing everything that is. You're seeing the foundations of old. Your present moment. What you need to embrace. What you need to fix. Contemplate it. contemplating the progress in a very positive way, seeing intuition, going into the deep waters of the present moment. Because these are where you're going to reinvigorate this part right here. Okay? Build a stronger foundation. Calmness in the center of a raging storm. Regardless of any fear or vulnerability that you're feeling right now, this reminds you that you're strong enough to handle anything. Stand up for yourself with love and courage. Insist on integrity, both for yourself and from others. From yourself and from others. I like that. When the world is challenging your inner peace, what gives you strength amid uncertainty? Root deeply in that truth. Root deeply in that truth. What's your honest truth? And root, the foundation. Remember, right? I love that. As being fiercely grounded will change the outcome of your current events, now is not the time for brute force. Lead with love. The gentle serenity you project will be a steady force that will allow you to remain unshakable. That's saying a big word for a foundation, an unshakable foundation, right? Maybe that's what this could be called, an unshakable foundation. Building an unshakable foundation, right? Channel your love from the center of a pure heart and bless the quiet strength of your soul. It will prevail when it is given a chance to shine in the face of adversity. So it's talking about letting go of the small stuff, some of your must-haves. What are some of your must-haves, and what can you compromise? Okay? The peaceful warrior archetype whispers through the actions of extraordinary people like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and Martin Luther King Jr. Is there someone who represents fierce serenity to you? We all have this energy in us. Where can you welcome more of it into your life? It's truly beautiful. That is a truly beautiful force. I love it. I love it. Sometimes I shuffle for a long time and there is a reason. Roots of abundance. And two. We are now stacking up the twos. There's a lot of twos here, Pisces. And that's beautiful. It's a beautiful melody, okay? The roots of abundance, they come from this. They come from all of this. I mean, I could go on, but we talked at length about what abundance means to you yesterday. So you can go watch that again if you need a refresher, okay? But for today, this is what's going to propel you into this, okay? These roots are going to lead to this. And that's the title of all of that, okay? That's where it goes. It's going to bring you to a fertile time of life, feeling blessed, and taking your gifts and talent to further your journey, to become who you are meant to be. And you know, you guys, I really just keep shuffling these over and over after every reading. And look who's back out one more time. But he is followed by the King of Swords. I love the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the king of seeing above, seeing the big, big picture. And they're both on top of a mountain. The Hermit is on top of the mountain. The King of Swords is usually the one flying above, looking at what is. This will give you a bird's eye view of what's going on, what's happening here. Okay? The Seven of Coins coming in, it's been like nodding in and out to show that this is a time to focus on the stuff. It's a time of assessment, most definitely. You are assessing, but I'm hoping you're not getting stuck. You're assessing the things that work. I've told you this year, the garden that we do, everything that we're doing in our garden this year, it's to assess what's working. We've assessed a long time what's not working. But it's more, I feel that it's focusing less on going, well, that doesn't work, and it's focusing on, well, what does? Okay? And I've said that before, and I'm repeating it again. But we're more looking at what fits here. Okay? What is growing? What is thriving? We need to focus on that, because obviously where we put the attention is where the attention needs to be. Where we put the attention needs to be. I know I'm repeating it, but it seems important. It feels important in the way that it came in. So it's time for you to put the attention there. It's time for you to focus on that. And I do believe that the fog will be cleared up. Okay? It will just sort of clear up and be out of the way. The Hermit. He just, I mean, look, he's here and he's here again. Okay? He's everywhere. Answers are within. The answers are within. There's definitely something here. There's something that keeps repeating over and over. You need to go in. All this fierce, this tenderness, this fierce serenity, inward journey is bringing about these marvelous changes. They're really bringing a marvelous change to the surface. There's a lot of magic here, Pisces. So do I take one more? Let's take, I don't know if they're going to let me. I felt a resistance to this deck earlier, but okay. I'm okay. It seems to be okay. That was weird. The dream. I love it. This is, insert the picture you want right here, Pisces. Okay? What's your personal, like, picture that would fit here? What is your dream? What do you want as a reality? I see, like, beautiful mountains, but then a beautiful castle, stars and the planets aligning. What is your ultimate dream? You have to constantly refocus in your life through spirit, through your root system, your root energy, all the way up to your crown. You have to constantly be ping-ponging back and forth in these energies to figure out if something is still aligned or not. And you will be. From the moment you are born to the moment that you cross that door and transform back into the light energy source that at the beginning, I was going to say invaded the body, but it's a little bit like that. This is the things that you do. Okay? It's that contemplating, it's that looking at things, it's that being inspired, seeing what the potential is for things. You're always just changing things around. The best way to go with the flow of this, Pisces, is to just go with the flow of this. When life asks you to take a second look, you do. When life pushes or progresses you quickly through things, you go and enjoy the ride. When it asks you to slow down and take another look, you slow down and take another look. When it asks you to be in the present moment, you do that too. When it asks you to take a look to see what the truth really means to you, you do that as well. Okay? It's all a dance. And there's this song, you learn as you go, sometimes you lead, and sometimes you follow, right? It's you learn as you go. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. Okay? So just keep learning, keep going, keep doing. You're doing fine. Thank you so much, Pisces. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at how you see yourself and how others see you. Absolutely. How you see yourself and how others see you. Sometimes that's two very different things. We think that people perceive us for certain. And I know some of you say, I don't care what other people think. You may not, but their energy affects yours. So it's always interesting to know how we're being perceived at certain parts as life goes on, right? Okay. So thank you so much. I send you love, light, and blessings, and I will see you tomorrow. As always, take good care of yourself. Bye for now, my beautiful ones.